Here's where ideas start going off the rails just a little bit. Hey guys and gals, a little bit different video. It's 2023, February actually, like the 12th of February already? So yeah, lessons learned, doing the old mechanicking to make ends meet and the YouTubing. So we've had a YouTube account for about 2 years. We've only really gotten serious with it about the last year though. And then I retired from my other gig April 1st of 2022, and that's when we jumped into the shop full time. And then between fixing and YouTubing, tried to make something work out of both of those two things together. Learned a lot. Yeah, so my niche, so to speak, I like working on old stuff. And there's a need for old stuff, especially in the heartland here. People don't throw stuff away. We use it until it literally becomes dirt and rusts itself and, you know, falls apart back into Mother Earth. So there's a market for that. And, you know, everybody likes to have an old car or tractor or truck running around that they can hop in and get stuff done and go for a cruise. So that's cool. But what I didn't realize was that you create a customer base working on old stuff, but all those customers also have newer cars and newer things and odds and ends that need fixed from time to time. And so yeah, not gonna turn away a good customer. So we've been doing a little bit of everything, and from, you know, new stuff to old stuff. Again, trying to concentrate on the old, but that was something that I thought might happen. And yeah, pretty much every customer we have that we've worked on their classic stuff, including this Bronco, we've gotten all their new stuff. So it's all good. It's just something that took a little time away from what we originally thought we were gonna do. The other thing, so about 3 years ago, we started dabbling in pulling cars out of storage barns and tree rows and stuff like that, and getting them running, trying to flip them, make a few bucks, get to drive them and enjoy them for a little while, and then see if somebody else wants to get some enjoyment out of them. That was really cool, and still is really cool. But we loaded up, guys and gals. We've got no less than, I think, right at a dozen projects of our own. And I mean, the Fury is right there. And what's it been? 6 months since I've touched it? Maybe not quite, but close. So the projects versus the customers. It's another area that I may have underestimated my abilities to spend significant time on both. Now, priorities are priorities, customers come first, so that's why our project stuff has been kind of sprinkled in on you guys. But it is what it is. We're going to keep working this summer. We should be able to get a lot more done. It's not April yet, so every warm day from here on out, we're going to be busting our rear ends in here, doing a little bit of everything. And then, you know, I guess the third thing we learned was you got to be ready to kind of adapt to what you guys are into. We did pretty good with that with the Corvette stuff. The mini truck stuff is kind of cool, but we just got that thing, and yeah, it's sitting out there waiting for more work too. But the Fergie tractor, it's also sitting right over here. Yeah, you guys a lot of you guys and gals really kind of got into that, and we just kind of had to use it, and then we set it aside for customer cars and that kind of stuff. But it needs more stuff. It needs some hydraulic work, obviously, and eventually we're going to pull the tin work apart and off of it and give it a little spritz and clean up and make it look nicer. And so, but that's something that we really didn't get back into, and so I will try to do just a little bit better job of paying attention to you folks, and putting videos up that are interesting to you all. I've complained about this about 3 billion times already, is we underestimated how not having a heated shop would hurt productivity. I don't mind working in the cold, but what I didn't realize was GoPro batteries, power tool batteries, all the cleaners, all the waxes, the paints, the aerosols, none of it likes the cold. So that's where we've struggled. You can't come out here and say we've got these aluminum wagon wheels sitting right over here. They need sanded and polished. Not a big deal, but all of my polishes are behind me on a shelf, frozen solid. So that's just gonna have to wait. And then beyond heat, the final thing that we realized, or I realized especially, the YouTube and the wrenching. Sometimes it's hard to do a lot of wrenching and keep up with the YouTube, and sometimes, as the YouTube's going, you got to get something out every once in a while for you folks, and then so you got to walk away from the wrenching for a little bit. And if it's a nice day, the struggle is real. I watched one a day on DD Speed Shop. If you don't watch him already, go DD Speed Shop. Go subscribe to him and watch. He does some awesome stuff with Tri-5s and just about anything. He's not scared to just get stuff done. But anyway, he did one of those I bet you wish you were me videos, and I think he had probably the most accurate ratio that I've heard of, and that is 1 minute of video equals an hour of work. Hey buddy, Mackie, share with me. When you guys and gals watch a 20-minute video, yeah, I've got about 20 hours into that. Not complaining, it's just something that I maybe underestimated. Once again, I've done that some in 2022. But yeah, between the actual doing the work, moving cameras around, clearing off SD cards and charging batteries and cleaning lenses and making sure you got the chest mount or the hat mount or the magnet mount or the windshield mount or whatever, that's one part of it. Then you actually do the work and moving the camera around and keeping up with that. In the cold especially, we lost a bunch of footage this winter. And then finishing the job, getting the mechanicing part of it done, and then you still have to go in and take all that video, edit it, put it together, put the music in, all that good stuff. So that's kind of 2022, but yeah, 1 hour per minute of video is about right. But hey, we're getting into 2023 now. Rule number 1 for 2023 is to save a little bit of money and invest in this building. We're gonna have a metal roof, blown in insulation. That's how I spec'd it out. I can't spray foam up there right now. I'm not gonna get into the technicals of it, but we're putting up a white metal roof, blown in insulation, and then for the walls, I might try something a little different. Spray foam is just ungodly expensive, you guys. But bottom line, we're gonna get insulated and by next fall, late fall, we'll have heat in here, and you won't have to worry about me complaining about the cold or the batteries or the liquids or any of that. We're just going to work through it. Number two, going to come up with a lift. I don't want a 2-post lift because I didn't work a section into the floor in here that's reinforced and poured with concrete to a depth that it's right for a 2-post lift. And I really want a 4-post. They make 4-posts now. If you watch Vice Grip Garage, and you probably do, I mean, like half the universe is subscribed to Derek. But I think it's Wildfire. Anyway, they make 4-post lift now that you can actually leverage up on a dolly system and just roll them around. So that's what we're after. So we got to come up with something like that. And then, yeah, we're going to sprinkle in more short videos. That's something that we caught on to late in 2022. We're going to sprinkle in some more short videos. I'm going to come up with a new intro, not because I think I need to, but I just kind of like doing it. And that kind of thing. We might tickle you with a little bit of merchandise. You've seen the hats. We've been, not this hat because it's cold, it's over on the bench, but we might come up with a little bit of merchandise, and we're definitely going to do that giveaway thing. But enough of me rambling. That's kind of where we're at for 2023. We appreciate you guys and gals watching. Comment, tell us what you want to see. In fact, that's where we're going to go right now. We're going to go outside. I actually recorded this earlier, but we're going to go take a look at our projects. And then I want input from each and every one of you guys and gals, what you want us to do next. We have a bunch of have-to-dos that we just got to get done in the next few months. But then we got some stuff that we want to do, and, you know, we'll rearrange the queue, the list. And if you want to see something specific, I know where I'm leaning, and it involves big blocks and small cars. But we want to hear from you because we've got Jeep stuff, pickup stuff, truck stuff, Volkswagen stuff, mini truck. Well, that's going to be a have-to eventually. But let us know. Appreciate you watching, and go take a look at what we got to do this year. Before we get to the point where I want your all guys and gals helps to figure out what we should do and what we shouldn't do in 2023, let's show you what we have to do in 2023. Number one, Neighbor John's Bronco. I promised that would be complete as far as our mechanical restoration, restoring paint and lift and stuff on the road in time for nice weather. That's not going to be an issue. Number two, this is Jalen's 1988 F-150 that's getting the 93 to 97 round front end, I think it is, on it. Runs and drives, but it's getting painted. It's getting body work and painted, and a little bit of lift and some wheels and tires, and it's got a rear main seal that's got a leak. That's no big deal except some time. Number three, the Plymouth. This is going to get done pretty early this spring / summer. We want to go ahead and rotate this car out and get it to somebody to enjoy. We've got the eyebrow to finish, put the glass back in it, get the dash rebuilt, get the front seat cover done, and patina-ish, whatever we're going to do with the paint. We got to make that decision. But otherwise, great running, driving car. You saw it in the intro video for 2022. That's a burnout car right now. Jeep's good. Unless Jalen takes it in the river and sinks it or something, Jeep's good. Should be good for the summer. No big deal. Big blue truck's good for the summer. Golf cart. Smoky smokes. We know this. We're not going to make it a priority, but eventually, in fact, we might just say this is going to be a wintertime project for next winter when we have the insulation and the heat in here, and we'll get the tinkering on, you know, a go faster power plant for that. Otherwise, we've got Randy's K10. We're going to do some engine work to that. Again, not a huge project, but that's a, you know, engine out, freshen the engine. It's got 2 weak cylinders. You'll see videos on that. Half twos. One more half two. And the shop truck way over there, the orange truck, 390 is just, it's hurting, you guys. This is an 88 F250 with fuel injected 460, and you've seen this if you go back and watch the very first "Hey YouTube, this is us" video. 460 transmission, runs and drives. We're going to take that and put it in the shop truck. So that's our priority. That has to get done this summer, and probably sooner than later. That leaves us with projects, our want to do's. So we got a pretty busy summer with just the have to do's, but let's look at some of the want to do's. Number one, the Studebaker truck. It's got the 352 V8. It's a 4-speed. It runs and drives, but needs some brake work. Really needs some body work. These guys are somewhat sought after when they're done up. So we're probably going to get the correct floor pans in it. It's got a little bit of, this is not supposed to be curved right here, so it needs pulled out a little bit, straightened up. We do have the doors, everything we need for it. But this is, you know, we bought 2 cars originally to start, you know, fixing up tree row cars and flipping them, and this was one of them. So this guy's been around for a long time and really deserves some attention. So that's option number one for you to contemplate. One of the funner options, now we'll call this option 2, the 65 Dart, had a slant 6, ended up being a junk motor. We bought a slant 6 for it, didn't realize that, gosh darn it, Dodge, back in the 60s, you machined the crankshafts in your slant 6s differently. If it had an auto transmission behind it, you didn't automatically put the recess in the back of the crank for a pilot bearing. So the slant 6 we got is not usable without spending way more money than we have into the car and the slant 6 to machine it and rebuild it. So what we do have is a 383 and a 727 in that Fury back here. Plus, we already went to the junkyard to U-pull it and found an 8.8 Ford rear end for the back. So that's option number 2. And quite frankly, I'm really itching, because I've had people and friends and whatever tell me, I don't think it's possible to put a big block in an early Dart. And I just don't subscribe to that mentality. I want to do it. So that's number 2 option, and quite frankly the most attractive to me. Number 3, if y'all want me to, I can jump this up in the line a little bit, but I'm really getting attached to the overall aesthetic of this truck. It's the 79 Ford F100 or F150 custom, sorry, and 6-cylinder 4-wheel drive short box. I think this is gonna stay. I think this is gonna be a long-term Jarrett's ride when it's done, and we're gonna put all the bells and whistles and dollar signs into this one, I think. So probably not something we want to do this summer, But again, I'm gonna listen to you guys. You guys want to make that happen? We'll see. We'll come back to that. Let's go over here. So some other older rigs. We've got the International truck. The plan from day one, Jalen anyway, says this has to go on airbags and drag the ground. Again, V8 4-speed. It's never run under its own power yet. Little rough, but really cool rig. So that's a possibility. Probably, actually, we've got a couple parts that we've gathered up for it, for brakes and clutch and stuff. So probably something that could be rolling down the 2-lane roads here without a lot of extra effort. So that's, we'll call it option 3. Now this guy, 62, it's a 62 or a 63 C20. It's got the, you know, this is basically why we bought this truck. It's got the cool old vintage decals from the city of Alma, Nebraska on it. 6 cylinders, locked up, doesn't run. It's kind of a long bed step side, but really cool, has a lot of potential. And again, we've been gathering. I've got stuff, I got plans and things to do up here. So what we did for this guy, the plan is anyway, 427 tall deck, overdrive transmission out of a medium duty truck. And I've already made up my mind, even though we might be able to get this inserted and running and bring around that one mostly dead cylinder, I don't want to do that anymore. We're going to build this into a stroker motor. And so with that in mind, even though I'm going to tickle your fancies, probably not this year's material. Again, unless you tell me to, then we'll do it. We'll just make it happen. Next, the Jeep Willys CJ2A 1947. We've sourced a 4.3 GM V6 carbureted for this. We don't have the adapters yet, but they make them. This again, oh, and then we've got the windshield, tailgate, and a new hood without the scoopulator on it, that we can redo this guy. Again, this is going to be one of those more all-inclusive builds. We're talking, you know, doing the body work right and probably actually painting it with some sort of a gloss paint when it's done. So a little more in depth, but you know, make the call. Option 4. We got a Chevy Love back here. It runs and drives, doesn't have any brakes, of course, but runs and drives. And we have an extra bed that we bought for it, so we can fix the rusty bed. The floors aren't horrible, but they aren't great either. We've sourced bucket seats for it. And here's where ideas start going off the rails just a little bit. We did an engine swap for another neighbor, and it was a late model 2012, I think, EcoBoost engine. Well, the turbos were bad. They were just drinking oil. At the time he made the decision to replace the turbos, we bought them from a source that did not require the cores back. So we have two 3.5 liter EcoBoost turbo assemblies on the shelf in the shed that could probably be rebuilt, resealed, rebearinged. And Chevy Love with a turbo? Something to think about. I'm tempted. I think that's the direction we're going with that guy. Neighbors came. Hi, Maggie. Did you go get him? You're just not supposed to, you know, you're not supposed to, you know, make him want to leave home. This is the neighbor's dog. He's a good boy. How you doing? Hey, say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, say hi, YouTubers. Yeah. All right, you guys go play. Okay, back to it. 76 F250, 360. Is this a 4-speed? Look out, look out. Oh, there's just peeing on stuff like crazy. Yeah, 360 4-speed truck. This is the one with all the hail damage. Well, we've already started robbing parts off of it, is the thing. But originally we were going to make this into a service truck, and we've got the service bed trailer that we bought for cheap. We're going to dump the box off, put the service bed on it, and go from there. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. You guys, if you got an idea, let us know. But it does run on a bottle, but this 360 is probably less healthy than the 390 in the shop truck. So, don't know. This is a parts tractor only. Ignore that, please. Okay. Hey, our latest arrival, the 75 K10, one owner, bought from about 4 miles from here, been a farm truck all its life. This one, again, I think deserves some special treatment. We are going to fiddle with this. We want to get it running and driving a little bit, and then it's probably going to be one of those long-term builds, I'm thinking. But parts are super available for this thing, so we could jump it in line and fast track it if you want us to. I mean, anything's possible. We're not done yet. We're just moving around the whole in between the snow drifts here. The Volkswagen Bug. I really wanted it, and now I'm starting to ask myself why I bought it. But I still want it. It's just I don't have a plan. This one, it's in play. We'll leave it at that. It's in play. If you guys really want something to happen here, you just say so, and we'll. Otherwise, we're gonna kind of probably shuffle it back there and move some of the other stuff forward in the line. All right, we're not, like I said, we ain't done. Hang on, that's a little bit of a walk. We'll turn you off for a second. All right, here we are in the backyards. Freedom 1, we know it needs some attention. That's no big deal. We'll have that ready. The trailer will be ready. We're probably gonna need a new poop box for it, but yeah, we can get one if we need it. There's the Chevy Love bed that we mentioned. There's the service bed that we mentioned. Oh, it came open. What's in there? I haven't looked in here in a long time. We got a hubcap. We got some scrap. We got some miscellaneous hardwares. Ooh, tire iron. You know, that's good. Needs a lot of work, but you know, it's on a F-150 truck frame. And then this guy, you guys are just playing, aren't you? This guy, the 4-cylinder Continental Army generator with literally 0 hours since it was rebuilt in January of 1963. It's got a magneto ignition. We can either try to get another magneto. It's got no spark. And we can try to get another magneto. Plus it's 24 volt electricals on it, you know, military stuff. So we'll have to do a little bit of magical stuff with the electronics. Either we got to put a 24 volt magneto on it, or we're going to have to, I think we can do some stuff with a 12 volt coil, maybe. I've seen some, you know, interesting videos on making that work, but we'll have to find a way to safely reduce battery voltage from the starting 24 volts that it needs to the 12 volt that we would run the ignition off of. Not impossible to do. I've seen the components. But this could be a little side project for the summer, let's say that. So not one of your main options, but if you want to see this thing get some attention, let us know. So yeah, we got a lot we have to do, and then you got some options. We've got options. We all got options. I don't know. That's why I'm asking for y'all to help me out here a little bit and think about it. What do you want to do? I'm really kind of geeking out over the Dart. The C20, the international pickup would be easier. What's wrong? Did your friend leave? Aw, he went home, didn't he? That's all right. He'll come back tomorrow and visit probably. It'll be fine. Yeah, let me know what you think. We should have Jalen quite a bit this summer, so that'll help. Yeah, we got options. Oh, we skipped it. The mini truck. We've got a couple special plans for this, and I think it's going to be a shop rig in the end. Picture, you know, something special back here that's going to be one-off that we haven't ever seen a mini truck like it before, and then a wrap, possibly some lift, a cool bumper. This is going to stay with the shop for the time being. So it's kind of out of the options right now, although you'll see it off and on all summer because it does run and drive, and we want to be able to use it. So I think that's it. And who knows? I mean, we're probably gonna buy something here. Yeah, who knows what else will show up. But so anyway, that's lessons learned from 2022. Had a good year. We'll get better and we'll do more, but mostly we got to figure out what we're going to turn wrenches on, and I need your help for that. So tippy tap to keyboards, give us a comment, let us know what you think. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff, so you know when these videos start flying out at you, you know, you get notified and stuff. Gonna be a good year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.